Diddy went from music mogul to facing over a decade behind bars. Now prosecutors want to bury him for 11 years, and they're using Cassie's testimony, chilling video evidence, and decades of abuse claims to do it. This isn't just about 2 charges anymore. It's about power, fear, and the fall of one of the biggest names in hip-hop. Is this the end of Diddy, or does he still have one last move to make? Diddy is days away from his official sentencing on October 3rd, and prosecutors are demanding a minimum 11-year prison sentence for 2 federal transportation convictions, the ones he was found guilty of this past July. Meanwhile, his defense team is doing everything they can to slash that time down to just 14 months, arguing he's basically served enough already. But the prosecution is not backing down. In fact, they're turning up the heat. Remember, Diddy's legal team tried to get the convictions thrown out back in August, claiming those specific charges weren't meant for cases like his. They even pushed for a new trial, but now prosecutors are saying absolutely not. Not only do they say the convictions are valid, they're arguing that Diddy was violent, abusive, and left his victims living in fear for years. One of those victims, Cassie Ventura. Prosecutors are bringing up that hotel security footage, you know the one, where Diddy is seen assaulting Cassie. That video shocked the internet when it dropped, and now it's key evidence the prosecution is using to show a long pattern of abuse and control. They're not stopping at just this case either. They say his actions reflect decades of unchecked violence, emotional, psychological, and physical abuse. And they want this sentence to finally reflect that. Cassie herself has now sent a personal letter to the judge asking for her suffering and the suffering of others to be taken into account. She wrote, "While the jury didn't believe I was coerced into the freak-offs, I know the truth, and the sentence should reflect the reality of my lived experience as a victim." On the flip side, Diddy's team is painting a very different picture. They've collected letters from dozens of high-profile supporters, including celebrities and even his own family, asking the judge to go easy on him. His mother wrote, "My son has made some terrible mistakes." His sister admitted, "Yes, Sean has made serious mistakes." But the word mistakes is raising eyebrows. Is it minimizing the abuse or just admitting he's human? That's up for debate. Even Young Miami, who dated Diddy for 2 years, vouched for him, calling him loving, genuine, supportive, and saying he's not a danger to the community. But here's the catch. That move sparked major backlash. Why? Because even though she was close to Diddy, critics say this isn't the time to protect someone accused of abuse, especially when so many women have spoken out. Now here's something really interesting. Originally, prosecutors were only asking for around 5 years, 51 to 63 months, but suddenly, they upped the request to 11 years. That's almost double. Is it a strategic move? Maybe they wanted the defense to relax, then hit them hard at the last minute. Either way, it shows the stakes are higher than ever. Let's be real, Diddy was once one of the most untouchable powerhouses in the music game. Billion-dollar empire, icon status, protected for decades. But now, he's standing in front of a federal judge, hoping his fame and legacy will be enough to keep him from doing over a decade in prison. Personally, I'm not fully convinced he'll get the full 11 years. After all, he was acquitted on the more serious charges, trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. But what I do know is this, prosecutors want to send a message, and what happens on October 3rd will do exactly that. So what do you think? Will Diddy actually get hit with the full 11 years? Or will his celebrity, money, and connections buy him freedom once again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Smash that like button if you stayed locked in, and subscribe for the full update when the verdict drops. Take care of yourself, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.